back. This is the second best podcast. I am Pat Thames. I am a stand-up comic and out in Portland right now. Don't have anything booked. Portland's Funniest is coming up, so you'll hear more about that in the future. You can follow me at _Pat Thames on Twitter. With me is our co-host Van Spillman, who's a graphic designer. Van, how can we find you?
I'm on Twitter and Instagram as Van Sparrow. Pretty easy to find. Pretty much nobody, so boost up those numbers.
That's woo. So I guess we will start off with Kevin Smith and how it links back to last week's podcast. And that motherfucker has stolen my idea. Like, if you're listening to this, Kevin Smith, can you at least at me on Twitter? Like,
your DMs are open, you know.
Like, you don't have to. You can just slide in. I wouldn't be mad. But so it's not just a Slash Film article. It was a post. He got interviewed, or he was talking about it on his podcast, Hollywood Babylon. And I was like, oh yeah, the Skywalkers are going to be a new religion. And I was just like, you son of a bitch. Like, that is literally, I was the first one. It was me. No, I guess I'm not the only one who's getting that idea. But has Kevin Smith really made a good movie since
Clerks 2?
Yeah, Clerks 2. I mean, I saw Red State. Have you seen Red?
Oh yeah, that was a crazy ass movie.
It was just like, I wouldn't call it good, but it wasn't. It was not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it was anybody's cup of tea.
What was other stuff that? Where's his IMDb?
He
did Tusk. That was another interesting movie.
Like, you can tell that, like, because what was it? He was like, yeah, I stopped smoking weed, and then I started smoking weed, and then he made Tusk, and it's like, we can tell. Like, you know, just a movie about a man who wants to turn another man into a walrus, and that's something that's just like, oh yeah, I thought of that while I was sober. No, you didn't. Nobody thinks of that while sober. So yeah, he's also filming a Jay and Silent Bob reboot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he's got stuff in the pipe. Of course, that's a pun intended. So I guess he's just showing up more and more. I don't know. Fuck Kevin Smith. That's gonna be the first tag to come out of this. I'm just a Kevin Smith hater.
Yeah, I mean, he's just stealing your ideas at this point. So,
dude, I'm the only one to think of things. I'm so fucking mad. I'm not a narcissist. No,
not at all.
No. So yeah, now that we've addressed the fucking,
I mean, yeah. I mean, we got crazy views on our first podcast. I mean, we're reaching like syndicating numbers here. If you haven't listened to the first episode, go back, check that out. It's some good shit. It's got our backstories, what we do, how we came to be, why we're called second best. You know, it's just really good to start from the beginning.
Yeah, we're starting to pull sponsors. We are getting sponsored by stamps.com. I feel like we just need to do 5 podcasts, and then it's going to be like a requisite thing. Like, they're just going to reach out to us and be like, "Hey, you guys want to promote us?" Like, yeah.
We're gonna be sponsored by them. We're gonna be sponsored by Dollar Shave Club, like, because I mean, like, clearly they will sponsor anybody with a face.
that and NordVPN. Like, you like afraid of listening to us in the UK for all those memes? Go ahead and get NordVPN. See, like I can. We're basically selling it now. Fuck them. Oh
yeah,
my god.
we're giving out freebies here, but really, hit us in the DMs.
I think the one thing, if we were to get sponsored, what I would love to be sponsored by would be like Troll and Toad.
Oh my god.
Like, we occasionally talk about Yu-Gi-Oh, but
yeah. Speaking speaking of new and exciting things in Yu-Gi-Oh, you were telling me Duel Links, which is a free-to-play mobile game and loud as hell on Steam. Guys, I installed Duel Links. I thought I would never play Yu-Gi-Oh again, but here I am installing it on Steam. And I have headphones on. I have 7.1 surround sound headphones, and I'm pretty sure my ears are bleeding at the moment, and because it was so loud. And you can't change the settings until it's finished updating and you've gone through the tutorial.
Yeah, no, that's not a lie, and it's loud everywhere. It's obnoxious. It's just putting you on blast. And then, like, it's not like the music is neat. Like, it's honestly elevator music, and it's not even like the Yu-Gi-Oh theme or like I don't fucking know. But yeah, for those of you who pay attention to Duel Links, they have 6 Samurai at full power. So if you weren't playing 7 years ago and you missed out on that, like, hey man, it's the same fucking thing. Like,
that's insane. That was like such a like crazy meta, because I mean back then we had plants at full power.
Yeah, and it was what was that format? It was 6 Sams,
plants, and then that one weird kid played Black Wings.
Black Wings never die. Black Wings
yeah. Was it Weird Infernities? What year was that? Can I do research on this right now?
13.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Meta 2013. September 13. No, I think it was later than that, or earlier than that, because this is all like TG Skill Drain, Evil Swarm, Dragoonity Rulers. September 13th? Yeah, that was, I think it was like 2010. No, that was too. Was it? Gemini, Black Wings, Quick Draw Plant. Okay, we're getting there.
What set did it come out in?
They came out in the TG set.
Like with.
So.
Oh yeah, that was like the end of 2000.
With Max C and stuff. So 2012, right?
Storm of Ragnarok.
There we go. Yep, that's it. What year was that?
Apparently the Yu-Gi-Oh! Wikia is going to destroy my fucking phone. It's like, this connection is not private. Storm of Ragnarok. Wow.
Okay, yeah, 2011.
Holy fucking shit.
Fish OTK.
Really? Oh my gosh.
That was kind of the tail end, but
Michael Bonaccini.
Yeah. There is 6 Samurai, Gravekeepers, Fish, X-Sabers, and then there were some people being ballers and running Flamevell Lightsworn.
What? Yeah, no, like I recall that format because you had it at full power with triple gateway.
Yeah.
And there was a Ash tournament, and I never got to play it. I was so mad. But oh my gosh, yeah. Now Duel Links on the other. So like when you play at a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament, people know how to fucking like. You can expect like maybe your first 2 rounds will be a give me, where it's like they might not know how to play, and then after that, everybody knows what the fuck they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So you get the people like knowing how to interact with your cards. Not on Duel Links, dude. That is fucking insane. You'll get ladder, and you'll get to spots where it's just like people will do things, and then it's like they don't think about it. Like people try to like. I had one dude econ take my Xian on one of my turns and attack over one of my guys, and I didn't negate the econ take because it wasn't game and it wasn't like gonna do anything. And I was just like, how are you this bad at this game? Like
because then you just turned around and attacked for game.
Yeah. Duel Links is like that. Like it's honestly it's such a streamlined version of the game that it's so oh my god. It's I don't even it's such its own thing. I will give them this. Their ban list is a lot better than the TCG ban list because what they do is with semi-limited, it's basically like instead of semi-limited, there's a bunch of cards in this category, and you can only run 2 of those cards from that. So you've got enemy controller, treacherous trap hole, pulse mines. Like you fucking know what that is. Do you know what pulse mines is, Van?
What's that? Pulse mines?
Have you ever heard of that card?
No.
Neither did I, and then I played Duel Links. But it's so it's basically like you can run 1 enemy controller and 1 treacherous trap hole. You can't run like
you can't run like a combination. So it's out of that whole category. You can only run
2 of those cards.
2 of those cards.
Like it would be like if you looked at the banned list and semi-limited was you could only run 2 of those cards on that list as opposed to these cards are at 2.
Pulse Mines does not seem that good.
Oh, contraire. Bro, oh my gosh. With Pulse Mines, I really hate to talk it up, but Pulse Mines is a really good card in Duel Links, and that goes to show how good spell and traps are in fucking like Stardust is not a good card in Duel Links because nothing destroys. Like everything is like battle tricks and like changing battle positions. But like the only card like they have Dimensional Prison. Sakuretsu was out for like a set and then they released D Prison. And I'm like, what the fuck is Stardust in here for?
Dude, is Thought Ruler Archfiend not in it?
No.
Oh my god.
Thought Ruler just they need to have him on Instagram and it's just Thought, just THOT. Just
By
Thought player.
I'm not saying that the power of Photoshop is real, but I know a guy.
It's gonna be the new second best logo is just Archfiend.
With a big ass. It's gonna sell us diet pills.
You guys like this tea? What it does is it cleanses your entire system. Oh, God damn, like I didn't realize we were getting that kind of psychic support. Jesus Christ.
Great. Now we're gonna get we're gonna get sponsors for selling weight loss tea.
Dude, I would starve myself for like 4 days and then just be like, all right. So I drank this tea. What else did you do? You don't need to fucking worry about it. I drank this tea.
You don't need to see my bathroom.
a $10,000 contract for just pretending to lose 10 pounds. Oh my gosh, I need to up my Instagram game. It's so bad.
Dude,
Like,
I haven't post anything on Instagram in uh about a month, March 12th. But yeah, more than a month ago. I haven't posted anything and it's horrible. I'm so bad right now.
Michael Jackson bad or LL Cool J bad?
A combination of both. So
Just
mediocre, like
mediocrity. Not even good at being bad.
yeah.
Just bad at being bad. No, like Instagram is huge with comics and like they'll post shit. I'm just like, how are you this funny when you're not on stage? Like, what the fuck? Like I'll think of one funny thing every 3 days, and then I'd make one post about it, and it gets 4 likes on Facebook. That's it. Like, I don't know. Speaking of Instagram, are you following any of the? Are you following anybody who does Outrun artwork?
Yeah, dude. I follow oh my gosh, I just had his name. Um what is his name? Noise Signal Noise. That's hold on, wait. Signal. Yeah, Signal Noise. His name is James White. He's Canadian. Um he's like, I don't know, 50-ish, but his whole aesthetic is the 80s Outrun like vibe.
So for those like 3 people who are listening, like one of them may not know what Outrun is. Can you explain it for them?
Oh yeah, dude. So Outrun is the 1980s themed retro futuristic visual art and music style associated with the electronic genre electro synthwave, future synth, new retrowave, and vaporwave. The style is named after the iconic 1986 arcade racing game Outrun. And no, I wasn't reading that off a wiki page.
That sounds really well thought out. I've been that was like that was off the top of your head.
Oh yeah, yeah.
God, yeah.
It's like I get ready for this show or something. But but really, it's that 1980s like vibe, very bright, hot pinks, a lot of like metal, metallic objects, Lamborghinis, sunglasses, palm trees. Um, if you've ever seen the movie Drive,
Yes. It's Drive and anime titties too. Like those are the 2 things in Outrun.
but not just regular anime titties, metallic anime titties.
Metallic anime titties. Now I have a new Twitter handle. Oh my god.
But yeah, it's I don't know, man. It's a really cool aesthetic. Like if you ever follow Kavinsky,
Dude.
he's
Are we good? Are we live?
oh yeah, we're good. You're bugging out.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see what's going on. Take a look under the hood. I'm
You're still connected. We're good. We're still recording. I think.
I don't know why.
Yeah, we are.
We'll do
half our audience is so confused right now.
We're talking about 80s aesthetic, and then we're just dropping the 80s internet like experience for people. So we're staying on brand.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Have you listened to Wave Shaper?
I believe so.
Oh, come on. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. We're going to do this through cellular connection only.
Yeah. Yeah, I've listened to Wave Shaper.
Oh my gosh. Like since it rains all the time up here, it's just great if you just want to if you hop on a motorcycle and then you put on a helmet that's got the blackout visor and just a light going across the top, and you just drive and you just fucking blast that or to. People they're like, oh, you've got a dark and mysterious past, and then you don't say anything, and there's a little hole in the helmet that you can just insane. I highly recommend the Outrun aesthetic.
I feel like vaping is a spawn of the Outrider outright aesthetic.
You're so right. It's basically just like, because it's so much clouds and shit like that it's just like fucking, oh my gosh. Yeah, no, like I'm thinking about getting a motorcycle.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. No, what?
Would you get one that's like would it be street legal and like you could take it out on a trail, or what? Well, like what kind of style? Or would you get a Harley, or would you get like a Rice Rocket? Like there's so many questions here.
No, like, see, like if we're gonna go with the Outrun, like I feel like one of the old Hondas from like the 70s and 80s, where they're basically like street bikes, but they're just like matted black naturally.
Mm-hmm.
And you got like light where it's almost what the new ones are, like the new crotch rockets, but it's just that. And I'm gonna get a sidecar, and it's just gonna be like, they'll be like, that was from my dead wife, and then just drive off as synth music plays.
Have you ever heard the Dane Cook like set about motorcycles? I
think so, but you're gonna have to refresh me.
All right. So he was saying you don't buy the bike, you just buy the jacket and the helmet, and so when you walk into the bar, you just like make it super obvious that you have a bike. So you set your helmet down and you start drinking, and then the girl will come up to you and be like, "Oh my god, you have a bike? It's really hot." And so you chat them up, and then at the end of the night, when you're about to go home, you're going to take the girl home because, of course, you've nailed it. So I'm doing this joke horribly, but you walk outside and you go to the spot where you parked your bike, and you just begin to cry because you say, someone stole your bike.
I feel like that would work. Like that sounds like, okay, so there's truth to that. My mate's brother owned a motorcycle, and he's like, women would just start hitting on me, and I'm just like, I need to get like a Vespa, and then like try that, just be like, you want to go for a ride on my bike, and then they see the fucking Vespa. Just what do you want to do? Like, I feel like if I were to get a motorcycle, it would have to be, like, I couldn't do a crotch rocket, like, because I'm like, since I'm fat, it would just look weird. Like, it'd be like, what the fuck is that turtle doing driving that fucking motorcycle? Like, it would look like somebody just put a scrotum in jeans and just put onto it, and just like, I don't know if this is disgusting or not, and then they just drive off. Like, I'd have to get a Harley, because like that way I don't look like a just blob of flesh hunched over. Like, I would need like something with the fucking handlebars way up, and then just like,
and then like a lazy boy. Like, it'd be a lazy boy.
It's a recliner, and then like the handlebars are like out here, so it looks like I'm I'm hang gliding, but in a fucking recliner.
Yeah.
Like, hey guys, that's a pretty neat bike. What is it? It's just a fucking sofa. And I just like lay down on it. Oh my gosh. It's like those little. Have you seen those things that are they're not hoverboards. They have one wheel.
Oh yeah, they're literally called one wheels.
Is that what they're called?
Yeah, they're called one wheels. That's like the brand name, One Wheel.
I feel like I couldn't get away with that, but I feel like you're like you must get so much pussy if you have one of those. Just like you remember Heelys?
Yeah,
this is the alt equivalent of Heelys. Like
yeah. There's a YouTube channel that I watched called Corridor Digital. They do a bunch of like visual effects and stuff, and all their behind the scenes stuff. The whole crew, all of them have one of these one wheels.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So like they'll be like filming and stuff, and then when they're not filming, they're like riding around on the one wheel, like on set, like they're just fucking around. And I guess one of the crew guys was shooting at the Leonardo DiCaprio movie, the one where he gets raped by a bear.
Wait, they're filming what? Leonardo DiCaprio's the one where he fights a bear?
No, he gets raped by it.
He gets raped by a bear?
Yeah. What movie was that?
Was that I remember that there was something in Shutter Island where he keeps going through his memories about that, and I think what was that one? Was it the basketball one?
No. It was like Native Americans and The Revenant. There we go. Okay. I'm so glad that we have the internet here. So they were shooting The Revenant, and one of the guys on set had a one wheel, and Leonardo DiCaprio was like, dude, I want to ride that. But the insurance company on the set would not allow him to ride it because they didn't want him to get hurt.
Fucking
right?
Did he ride it?
So when they were done shooting, Leonardo just looked at the guy and was like, bro, let me ride that. And so he did, and it was like he got it like right off the bat, I guess. But that's how popular those one wheels are.
I feel like the one wheel is basically like the technology in a hoverboard, and we just made it smaller. But then by extension, the hoverboard is basically a Segway without the stick.
Correct.
So like this is like we used to shit on Segways, but now like now it's Leonardo DiCaprio's fucking riding one. So like yeah, fucking Paul Blart Mall Cop and shit like that. And it's like, oh, he's riding a Segway. Have the
it's insane. Like, and those one wheels are not cheap.
No, they're like fucking several. They're like 600, I want to say.
Yeah, some of them are 600. I'm looking at the newest one right now, 1700.
And it's all it does is it's just a fucking.
It's a motorized. It's a motorized skateboard with one wheel.
I feel like I need to like get one of those and then start doing Grubhub deliveries on it, and then just fucking just like, all right, where's your car? Just like nowhere. Gotta go.
They can last for a while too. They can go. They last for a while. They can go 12 to 18 miles. That's like their range.
That's not far at all.
No,
like so you could realistically take like a 9 mile. You're okay with maybe walking 3 miles one way.
Yeah, and then the other part is they get a top speed of 19 miles per hour, so a slight jog.
That's not bad.
No,
like, but I'm too fat to where like it wouldn't be. I don't have coordination. Like so.
So
Like
you're saying you would only get like 6 to 8 miles?
what I'm saying is, this is you were too fat for the like. Fuck you. No, like I. No, like I would like I just like I understand the benefits of it, and I'm lazy enough to that actually cool idea. But then I'm like, then I would buy one and it would just sit there, and I'd just be like, I'm never going to use it. Like, also, it'd be really funny to do that because most of the 12 miles away, so I could just go to like an open mic and I'm going to plug in my one wheel, and then they're just gonna look at me incredulously as I actually charge it. And then when my set's done, I'm just gonna be like, "Well, my ride's here," and just fucking zoom out.
That'd be hilarious.
It would get me laid for sure. Like,
but like, you'd have to be like, "Where's your house? Where's your apartment? I'll meet you there."
No, dude, I'll just carry him the whole way. Like,
oh my god, just
like, just
don't worry. I'll take you. I'll take you all the way.
I'm a romantic. So let's see here. So we're doing 19 miles an hour. Like I feel like they were like it's not 20 miles, but it's 15 miles an hour. Like it's faster than 15 miles an hour.
I wonder if they have to keep it under a certain mile per hour to where you don't have to get a license for it.
That's a good question. Like, do you think how many?
Sorry, what was that?
I'm sorry. How many mopeds do you think you actually have to get for?
Oh, I don't. All of them?
Oh, somebody who's oh yeah. So I like because I blew the head gasket on my car.
Oh,
and I have been talking about getting another car, and he's like, "Why don't you just get an electric bike?" And I was like, "Because I don't want to fucking pedal halfway and then use a motor to get the other half. Like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I would much rather buy an actual bike than an electric bike."
Uh-huh.
But then I would much rather buy a car than an actual bike because, like, fucking, I don't know.
I mean, is there any stipulation of doing Grubhub on foot?
There's not.
So, I mean,
no. I'm gonna run the orders just like, all right, you have a good. And just fucking charge out of there.
Food in the bag. Food in the bag. I need to go now. I need to go now.
My heart rate's going. If I slow down right now, I'm gonna pass out. You need to put the fucking bag right now.
I feel like in Portland that might work though.
Like if you're Usain Bolt, maybe that would be a great way. Like could you imagine you just order pub and it's like, oh yeah, Usain's gonna be bringing it to you, and be like, oh, I don't know, like you must be hard up for cash, and then you just fucking run from the restaurant to your fucking house. Like, all right, here it is, and be like, where's your card? Like, I have to go. The Olympics aren't for another fucking 3 years. Am I right on that? No, it's 1 year next year, Summer Olympics.
Yeah, 2020, right?
Got to get in season. 20. That's how I'm gonna. Yeah, 2020.
Where is it at? Let's see. Tokyo.
Usain Bolt's gonna shame the people in those stands.
Actually, it's coming up real close. It's July 24th
of 2020.
Yeah, that's next year.
We're technically closer to the Olympics than we World Cup.
I'm glad we're not showing our faces on here because my face was like my reaction was so like, yeah, it's so close. It's happening in July.
July next year.
Oh, right.
Oh my god, that's how I felt when I could go to the Avengers. Fucking Infinity War. Oh my god. Anyway.
That's that was like the Rock moment, you know? Like, what? How many people are gonna die? 20. 20,000. That's not bad.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of movies, when's the last time you've been to a movie theater?
I saw the last movie I saw was Glass, Mr. Glass.
I just, I mean, but like, I don't know about you, but out here there's a movie and it's always like, no matter what. I think it's because it's a cheap theater, like where they're like, it's $6 ticket. Time I go, it's always like packed with shitty people. Like, no
Ooh.
matter. Like this one time I went to see Solo, and this dude basically like he kicked the back of my chair a couple times, and I was like, "Hey man, like, can you fucking stop?"
Uh-huh.
He didn't even look at me.
Oh.
And the best part about it is that he just reached under his seat and pulled up a bagged fucking like can, and I'm assuming from the smell that it was like Steel Reserve or Four Locos or something like that. And he just fucking just did a long pull, and I'm like, "You really that?" And he watched Solo like that and proceeded to like kick my chair. Now, normally I'm down with the whole like kicking the back of my chair because I can't pay for a massage or a massaging chair for that matter. But like, didn't remind me of my early childhood with it. Like, like just like, oh, just I don't know. I can't. I've never had a good experience in a movie theater where I've been like when I
Or
went to see.
I remember a bad time when we went to a movie theater together.
Fucking Inception.
Yep.
Oh my god. Okay, so
Yeah, explain this one. Oh man.
we went to see Inception when it was in theaters, and we were sitting there, and there was a guy. Was he in front of us or behind us? Because I feel like
Behind us.
he had to be behind us because there was no way that we would have fucking heard him up. And it was like people who need to be like, I understand that I am this person to some degree where it's like you've got to be the smartest person in the fucking room. Like I get it, but in a fucking movie theater, dude, like who the? So we're sitting there, and it's at the point where they're talking to the doctor about who's going to give them the really good drugs that makes people dream while dreaming, and he's like, "Oh, you want to go 2 levels deep?" And there's that beat before Leonardo DiCaprio gets by a bear. No, before like Leonardo DiCaprio chimes in and he's like, "We everybody and their fucking mom knew he was going to say it," and the dude behind us in that still moment, it was like a second, and he was just like 3, like, and he just fucking, and then Leonardo DiCaprio like off beat, like if somebody were to clap, like, and Leo's like 3. And then like it's fucking it ruined the whole experience because it's like, dude, this isn't a great movie. This isn't a movie that I particularly enjoyed. But could you just not fucking talk? And it's not like who the fuck like how much validation do you need to be like, oh, I'm smarter than a movie script? Like fuck you. Oh, like every fucking time, dude. I can't watch a movie. I can't go to the movies. I always get people who are just. I think it's karma because I remember for a little while I would Josh and I would get fucked up and go watch movies. Like so we would get buzzed and we went to go see Harry and the Order of the Phoenix, and I almost got us kicked out because I was being super loud. I also did a bunch of Robitussin and saw Wally, and I was cheering because I was like, "This is an amazing." There was also a classroom of kids in there in that movie, and I was like, yeah. So like, this is probably karma. Like,
Okay.
I've basically clocked in so much bad karma for being a shitty movie patron. Like, I mean, like, I'm not saying it's a bad time, but like, you think you're gonna go to a theater and have a good time, and then you realize that it's like this is not a place to be loud and raucous. That's why
This
now
isn't the party place. This isn't the party palace.
the Party Palace, Pat's Party Palace, and theaters.
PPPT.
PP. I think just PP is fine. It's like big PP, just
Like an uppercase P and then a tiny lowercase p.
yeah. I mean, one has to be ashamed of the
Yeah.
It's gonna resent never being capital. Like this is gonna be like I wish I were that big, but I'm never gonna be. I don't know, fucking. I just remember when I went to see The Dark Knight though, because I always had like weird movie theater experiences, and people did this. Like people applaud during certain scenes in a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Only, apparently, we're the only. Like I understand why it's like you can like applauding in a movie theater is fucking stupid. You do it anyway. Like it's just
no.
like,
the movie gods get pleased by the offering of the clap.
No, like the offering of the clap at the Party Palace, the P and the small P, where they meet, you can get the clap.
Yeah. And there's also jump houses.
There's also what?
Jump houses?
Jump houses?
No.
Bounce houses?
Yeah, bounce house. There we go. We have to do the off-brand though. So
yeah, no. What movie could you screen in a bounce house?
I don't know. Like toys?
Boys?
The Robin Williams fucking movie. Just Toy Soldiers.
Oh, Small Soldiers?
Small Soldiers, yeah.
Low key, that movie is really like that's hardcore slut. Love that movie.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That's basically what the new Chucky movie is about to be.
Oh God. I don't understand. I do not understand all these movies just being redone. Actually, sorry, I take that back. I understand why Disney's doing it because it's a low-key way to extend the copyright license.
Low-key.
Low-key.
I'm making your quotes right now because I'm like, I don't think that there's anything low-key about what they're doing. I don't know, man. Will Smith as the genie still looks weird. Like,
yeah.
I can't. I see him every night when I close.
It's like the best thing I saw out of that was someone shooped in the uncle from Arrested Development, and it just said, "I blew myself."
What I like are the ones where they turn him purple and it's like Endgame spoilers. Like I'm like, yeah, no, you're not wrong. Like, oh my gosh, no, before fuck it, it's not important. I was going to talk about The Dark Knight when I went to see it, and people applauded when Gary Oldman was still alive, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know. Like, of all the points to applaud at that movie, in The Dark Knight, they applauded when it turns out that the cop was alive, like in the middle of downtown LA. People did this. I was like, you guys really like for Black Lives Matter. So I was just like, like that might have been the closest thing that I've been, like the closest I've ever been to a claim. Like,
Yeah.
Ugh.
I had people applaud during the end of episode 8. Star Wars episode 8 of Star Wars.
I don't get it, man. I don't understand Star Wars episode 8. Like, it's not, they didn't move the plot, man.
No.
They moved the plot. Nothing happens.
It was a filler. Also, there were some people complaining about thinking that the sound had gone out when they did the light speed jump through the
maneuver.
Yeah.
The motherfucking hold up maneuver. That's so fucking badass. Anyways, but people are stupid. Like,
yeah, very much so.
Like, do you remember? Were you with me when we went to see the Dark Knight Rises preview? Where they gave.
Yeah, we got the shirt that we didn't know what the symbol on it was.
It was supposed to be the Batman symbol, but it was like chalk.
Yeah, and we're like, "What is this?" And then in the movie, we saw the little kid do the Batman symbol on chalk. And we're like, "Oh, that's still a shitty idea."
Like, to put it onto a shirt is like, I get where you're going, but like, give us a little no, at all. But we saw the prologue, and like, what I didn't realize is that we were watching the beginning of something beautiful, because this is where all Bane posting comes from. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically just people regurgitating that opening scene. But I remember Bane was a little bit muffled because he sounded like a guy on a fucking airplane with the door open and he's wearing a mask. Of course he doesn't sound that way. Like, so he sounded like he talked like this. But then when we saw it, and I remember they made adjustments because people were complaining about that. And then when you saw it in theaters, it was like they turned him way the fuck up. So he was just like, this is how I talk. And it was just fucking like, it was weird, man. It was weird.
Yeah. It was.
Like, he went from, they just cranked him up to 11.
Yeah, I think I just realized I spelled something wrong on the beginning of our podcast.
What? We're the second best. Yeah. Did you instead of a 2, it's a 3, so it's the thing.
No, I thought I spelled episode wrong for a second. Nope, we're good. Don't worry, everyone. Don't pay attention to the episode 2 that's in the middle of the screen. It's not going to change at all.
Oh, what else were we going to talk about? Weird Amazon.
Oh, yeah. Amazon recommendations.
What's the craziest thing you've been recommended so far?
It's nothing that I can think of. I bought a new monitor, and they wanted to sell me Clorox bleach to clean it, I guess.
What?
Yeah.
What? Because you're interested in this, here's some bleach.
Yeah. I was like, okay.
Was it in beverages?
No. Gamers who bought this also bought this.
It's like Mountain Dew, like gamers flat at fuck monsters, and then it's just like Clorox, like, all right. Like,
all right.
So I bought some manga a little bit ago, just because of fucking, it's cheap on Amazon. You get the 2-day delivery. But then I'm going to describe I'm just going to describe the cover for you. It's 3 anime women. They're all smooshing their boobs together.
Uh-oh.
But before you see before you get any nipples or anything like that, you got like 3 squares with the Japanese symbols on it, and then a big pink heart with another Japanese symbol. And then at the top, in a pink headline, it says, "Warning, absolutely not for children." And it's Lust Struck Trilogy. And I'm like, I'd buy one fucking month on Amazon. And it's like, I know what you're into. Like, fuck you, Amazon. How dare you? Am I going to buy it? Probably. But fucking, that's neither. Oh my gosh.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. So, like, I feel like if I were to purchase that, what would end up happening is just even, I wonder what I'm just going to get a real dollar.
Yeah.
Oh, you bought all this hentai on DVD.
They're gonna be like, here's tissue.
No. It's like, you've seen the anime, now buy the toys. All right, you have down. Like, I buying statuettes from your favorite anime. This is my favorite.
I've never understood those. Like, I get it. Like, you don't want to buy Funko Pops, so you buy giant figurines of anime titties.
No, you bought an anime, but you buy a hot glue gun as well. You fucking that's some absurd shit. If you know what that is, Van, then I'm so sorry.
I don't. There's going to be some explaining to do after the podcast, guys.
I don't know. So let me explain it to you. So there's this whole thing where people. It's not enough that it's a plastic figurine of a naked animal. They need it to be covered in jizz. And what do you think dried hot glue looks like?
Oh God.
Yeah, dude. And like I remember because I play Yu-Gi-Oh! I would be on the toy board of 4chan, and you would see like people are like, look at these Transformers, look at these fucking like Super Sentai robots.
Wait, the Transformers were covered in hot glue?
Just like, yeah, dude, I fucking know.
Poor Bumblebee.
It's just fucking Optimal Optimus, you deserve so much better. Like, no, but like it would just be that, and then all of a sudden it's like, anybody else here like hot glue their anime statuettes, and like just threads, just pictures and pictures of this shit, and I'm like, y'all are fucking weird. Like,
so do you think you like if you have that in your house, would that be like in the main display cabinet, or would that be like?
Oh yeah, no, dude, I'd have the Infinity Gauntlet, and then there would just be 2 anime statues, but they'd be close enough to where it would just be like this huge, like they would be covered in hot glue, but because I'm weird like that, there would be like a string connecting the 2. So okay. It would just be like, I got them both in one shot. Like it just arced it. Yeah. And then I wear the Infinity Gauntlet while like rubbing. Why wouldn't you? You watch the anime and I'll buy the toy.
The Infinity Gauntlet is just filled with Vaseline, so that way it keeps your hands soft.
Keeps your hands soft, and then like because it's like the Hulk hand, it's kind of like, yeah, it makes you feel small at first, but then you get into the rhythm, and it's just
you grow into it.
It's like getting a hand job from Tana, like you said. Like, I mean, if you're in a Josh Brolin, that's probably the best thing to do.
Do you think anyone's ever drilled a hole through Thor's hammer and just yeah?
Fucking might as well get into it. We've all see how far we go. There is a Japanese sex toy that's basically a hammer.
Oh God.
So it's like, do you think somebody's done it to Thor's hammer? You're late. Everybody's already done that.
That's old news.
Like, I mean, like, but then that would just take on a whole new, like, lift this hammer except for like those who are found worthy. Like, that's basically that's like an incel's way of being like aware of themselves, just like, yeah, no, you know what, nobody's worthy of touching my penis except for Thor's hammer.
Oh God.
If you just like, what you'd have to do is you don't put a drill on the side of it because you don't want to hammer it. What you do is you get it lengthwise and you just put it through the bottom, and then you just like, if somebody's going to come over, you just put it on and just be like, are you worthy? And So
That's
bad.
that's one way to hammer it.
I'll hammer this out eventually.
We're just working on things here.
Um, you couldn't do. There's no sex toys. Like you couldn't fuck Captain America's shield. I mean, you could.
I
Well,
feel
part
like
of my
I feel like Trojan condoms would come out with. They're gonna come out with the end game line. Like you watch
you
the
know,
movie.
Avengers is insane. It's just like, oh god, if they just came out with orange condoms after Soul Stone, like it's like, what did you have to give up for this fucking one night? Like I had to give up so much, like potential children or death. I could see it. I could just fucking
That's only
get
gonna
that.
happen in Japan though.
Oh my gosh. You know, and then just what other I feel like because you know Marvel's also cross promoting with like insurance companies. So it's just weird that it's like it makes sense. It's like there's a bunch of destruction happening in these things like, hey, you never know when aliens are gonna attack your fucking like food cart. Why don't you insure that shit? Hats off to them. But like the cross promotion, I'm just like back in the day, I just remember like James Bond drove a fucking Aston Martin, and that was what they would do is they would just like promote the shit out of luxury things.
Yeah.
But with Avengers, I'm just like wait, like Thor to like somebody's gonna spill something and like Thor's gonna get a fucking paper towel and it's gonna be a brawny really absorbed. And then like that's it. Like you'll have fucking Thor on brawny packages.
Yeah. Or like Iron Man suit's gonna run out of power and he's gonna put like some Duracell fucking triple A's.
No, in Ant Man, the place was packed by Duracell. There's like a huge Duracell
Oh
battery in there.
yeah.
Like I think no, what Tony Stark would do is he'd be like he would be driving his Tesla and then the Tesla would get ruined, stop, and then they would charge him up at the Tesla station. It's like it's not just for the car, you know, I need to fill up myself.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And then the Hulk would have to like I could see them cross promoting with like yoga pants or like Spanx or something like that for the Hulk just to be like when you know you're gonna expand like just you're
when you
gonna
when you
wear these
when,
Hulk like because at any size they don't ride up like fucking all right like
me no
you
chafe. Me no chafe.
Hulk no chafe Hulk hate chafing that's why Hulk wears Spanx. No, because like they've got the promotional cute like a suit, and it's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
It is a little weird.
Oh man. So was there? What else were we going to talk about? Like we're just going to keep talking about Avengers until it comes out.
Yeah.
We're gonna have
Everyone's like, God damn it, again? Second
yeah.
episode? They're just bringing up the same shit. No man. I mean, I went yesterday to this really cool art show. Um it was all like local artists from like I guess the community college. I could be wrong. But there was this guy, his name is Ryan Moon, and all his a lot well not all but a couple of his paintings were on glass panel. It was oil on glass, and then some of the parts of the painting were either taped off or scratched off, and there is an LED light coming through. And so it was just a really crazy, like, I mean, I'm totally ripping the idea from the guy, but it was a really cool, like, thing. Like, it was like, I haven't seen something like that before.
Man, that's fuck. I have not been to an art show. I don't think ever.
Dude, they're weird. Like I like the idea of it, but fuck, man, people are so fucking snooty and like la ti da. Like I was literally like sitting. I was like standing looking at this one guy's painting, and it was like this really weird painting, but really well like painted. It was like this abstract acrylic painting where it was like there were gears on one side, there was like plants on the other, and like this grid pattern going through it all to give it this like really crazy depth. And this guy from out of nowhere, he wasn't the artist, comes up next to me and he goes, "It's crazy to think that this guy painted that without acid, right?"
What?
I was like, or he was on acid while he painted it. And he goes, "Nah, dude, look, the gears are working on the right hand side, and the plants on the left hand side, they're just blooming, dude. So no drugs." And I was like, "Man, dude, you really thought this out." And then he just walked away, and I was like,
He ended that in a
like,
oh my god,
so weird. But yeah, dude, just I don't know, man. Some art, the like fine art scene is a weird fucking place.
yeah, no, the like maybe what you didn't know, like this dude did all of his other art on acid. So, and this guy just knew he was just a fan. And
Yeah.
crazy, he didn't do this on acid, and you're just like you don't have the context, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah, and then there was this other like exhibit there that was it was all real plants, and it looked like I don't know if it's a girl or guy. I'm gonna go with a girl. So sorry out for anybody out there.
How dare you?
I know.
You assume their gender.
I am assuming. All right, but anyways, they, them, it, person, thing, entity. And I'm gonna put entity. Uh, they made this like beehive almost out of flowers, and it kind of like sprawled out with like these long tendril flowers and stuff. And then at the base of it was this neon lamp, like coming out of it, kind of made it look like fire. But there's a really bad joke here. It was really lit, but but it was like a cool like mixture of aesthetic, like of real life flowers with this fake neon glow. It was neat to look at.
Do you think he was on acid when he did
it? Maybe.
Like I don't know. Like I feel like. What do you think? Like, so do you think somebody actually to that person and said that to them beforehand, and that's why they just thought that it was like, oh, they're a real artist when they don't use drugs to produce the stuff that they're coming up with, and that he was just trying to make conversation that way?
Maybe, but why come up to me? I mean, yes, I am attractive, but
I'm gonna say maybe he thought you were an acid dealer.
Oh yeah, I mean, I was wearing a hoodie with the hood up because I haven't got a haircut in like a month, and so I didn't have anything to do with my hair. So you put the hoodie on, you have the little front hair sticking out, looking real sexy. But
Say it like that one more time for me.
Real sexy. Yeah, it's like you just came up. Like, I for my gut reaction was to grab my right butt cheek because that's where I hold my wallet, so he wasn't steal it off of me. Yeah, it's just weird. Like, that's not. I don't think that's how you pick up on people.
No. Yeah, no. It's. Was Gabby with you, or
no?
Was she?
Gabby was still at work, so I was by myself. And you know what? Going to things by yourself is probably the hardest.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Like it took me like a week to be like, all right, so you do comedy, I do comedy, we should be friends. And they're like, fuck you.
You don't do comedy.
No, straight up, like, there's one dude who resents the fact that I'm funny at 6 weeks in. Like,
wait, like, really?
Yeah, like last night he was a little bit drunk, and I think something had happened earlier on. Completely changed. And he was just like, so yeah, I've been doing this for a couple weeks, and then he just like gave me the finger, and I was like, how are you like?
I didn't know you were 3. Dude, you're just living the crashing life, dude, without being cheated on, I guess.
I don't know. I feel like cheated on myself. Like, no, like it's weird because like when you watch, that's basically what doing stand up is, except only not everybody's famous. Like, it's basically other comedians just like in the second or third season, he gets a girlfriend, and then she goes in to watch one of his shows, and then the comedians just start fucking with him the whole time. And it's like, I'm like, that's why I'm like, I'm afraid to bring people I know to comedy shows. Like, yeah, no, we should go. And then the comic's gonna be like, Pat, what the fuck are you doing? Go play Yu-Gi-Oh.
Go do something you're familiar with, nerd.
I don't know.
Don't ever. Okay, so on a side note, don't ever have me like bring you up because I feel like I would just make it super awkward. Like here, you guys might know this 13-year-old as Pat, but I know him as Pat Thames. Everybody, welcome Yami Yugi to the stage.
What the fuck?
And then everyone would just be like, what the fuck?
Just fucking. Like, here's a guy who stalked Dan Green for 13 years. What the fuck? And put me on blast like that. Like, Oh my gosh. Yeah. No. I'm so fucking like, I want the Portland's funniest thing to happen already, because it's a great way to get exposure. And I fucking hate saying that out loud because I sound like a tool, but it's like,
that's a word. I'm pretty sure in my notes I said don't say that word.
Don't say exposure. Like, it's so ironic because being a graphic designer, people will be like, it'll fuck you. As a comic, on the contrary, it's like, yeah, it'll give me, like, I'm not getting paid to do this shit. I don't have a flat rate. Like, yeah, fucking hook me up.
Give me all the exposure you can.
I would go on stage naked if somebody would be like, yeah, we'll give you see that I am a grower, not a shower. Like, no, no, like, because like really, like, it's almost exact opposites, where it's like you start off asking for money. With comics, it's like, keep doing open mics, and then you're like, but nobody's gonna put me up. And then as soon as people get paid to do stand up, they stopped going to open mics. It's so fucking weird.
What?
Like there's a few that I've seen that I'm just like that. Literally, all they do is paid gigs.
Wow.
And I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me.
That's cool. I feel like that might be a little stressful though.
Like the crowds in comedy rooms are insane. Like unless you're doing open mics, like your audience is always gonna.
Okay.
I don't know.
I mean, getting paid to do something you love is always pretty nice though. So
is it asshole?
I haven't been paid to do art in a while. I mean, okay, real talk though, someone went ham on my fucking Designed by Humans page. I sold like 4 or 5 like Yu-Gi-Oh shirts. Like I was like, oh yeah.
Nah, but like that's good though. I fucking I wasn't able to find the Sailor Moon print.
The on my Etsy or the
Oh, that's on your Etsy because like I went to your website if you, after we're done. Because I really like I fucking love Kanye. I miss the old Kanye.
Yeah, no. He's got that Kardashian money now, dude.
Speaking of Kanye, there's a bunch of pictures of him from like when they'll film Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and he'll so that way the cameras don't see him.
He'll do what?
He'll hide behind Kim, and he'll hide behind people so that way the cameras don't see him. Like Kanye, I thought you lived for attention. Like what the fuck? Love Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Like
that's crazy.
Yondi's in the shoe. I don't know.
Yondi's in the shoe. It is, dude. It's in the thumb drive in the shoe.
But yeah, I mean, fuck it. One of these days, when I get paid to do comedy, I'm probably gonna cry as they book me. I'm just gonna be like, "Thank you,
dude." Hell yeah! Like, you can frame that first check, never cash it.
It'd probably bounce anyway. So fuck it.
Dude, fuck. I hate bouncing checks. That's when I worked on the food truck. When I worked on a food truck, every paycheck would bounce. It's like, what the fuck? And then they just give me the paycheck in cash, but they would never pay me the money that it cost me to cash the check. So like the $20, I would always be out $20 every time I tried to cash the check.
Gosh,
I'm just like
first 2 hours free or something like that. Like,
yeah, that didn't last too long.
Yeah, but like working on a food. Can you hear me?
I couldn't hear that last part.
I was saying like working on a food truck and getting paid in cash.
Yeah.
Is it like one of these days we're just gonna have an entire podcast where we talk about life? Because we just like in fact, if we were to go through an entire thing and just be like, yeah, so we're laundering money now, and then just make it for people, and just we'll just like put Modern Rogue out of business.
Yeah, it could happen.
Have you watched Modern Rogue?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you remember who broke?
I think so. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. He has a new YouTube series called Modern Rogue. And all it is about like how to use like the dark web. Can you really dissolve somebody in like hydrochloric acid?
What the fuck? Why would you do something like that?
It's good, but then every now and then like phone it in. Like I've been doing today. No, but it was I don't fucking know, dude. Like, it's just like they'll give you the information and then they'll be like, also use NordVPN. We won't show you how to use it.
It's come full circle. Oh shit. That's hilarious.
So do you have anything else you wanted to go over?
No, dude, I think we've got another solid hour here of great entertainment.
I hope it's entertaining.
I think it is. I mean, the 5 people that listen to us probably do.
5?
No, I lied.
Yeah,
I think we had. Like... I think we have 2 because one of the views is definitely just me because I went back and listened to the whole hour that we talked last time, and it's really weird to listen to me talk because half the time I sound like a woman, so it's just super weird, and I'm like, I'll just okay, sorry, I got distracted. My neighbor walked out and he's wearing a Power Ranger t-shirt, but it's one of the t-shirts that like make you look like if you were wearing the suit.
So it's got the diamond with the power coin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kind of jealous.
What I didn't get, just side note, when it comes to Power Rangers, the fucking the coin in the middle, they never did that on the shows, and I always wondered why. I think it was just because when they would do like coloring books and like prints and stuff like that, they were like, well, it's black and white, so we have no way of distinguishing them. So it's like put power coins on it, like, and that's why they did it. I don't know.
Yeah, pretty much. There's that one meme where it's like it's a picture of Kylo Ren and 2 stormtroopers behind him on a coloring book page. And the person just literally colored in the lightsaber, and he's like, "Guess I'm done."
That's shit. Holy fuck, that's like spot on.
Yeah. But yeah, I agree with your power coin idea. That's, I mean, how else are you gonna like? They could have different weapons, I guess, but I would.
Yeah,
never.
like the size that the whatever the fuck the Triceratops Blue Ranger had.
Oh yeah,
those are fucking. They are indistinguishable from whatever the daggers that the fucking yellow had.
Yeah.
Like, so I could be like, well, is that the Blue Ranger?
Yeah.
Like, if you look at them from behind, they're the same person. Like,
they're just side profiles, and you're like, oh yeah, there's the girl.
Okay. Originally, the Yellow Ranger in the in Sentai, and like the Zyu Ranger is what it's called. If you want to be technical, I don't have anime statuette.
We have a few elite listeners here, so that one person that listens is like, okay, yeah, they're correct.
No, that was a dude, and if you go back and watch it, you're like when they morph, Trini just goes from maybe a 6 out of 10 to that's a dude. That is a straight.
What if that was like the origination of a trap?
Trini's a trap.
I mean, her name starts with a Trini transvestite. What? What is a long shot for 500, please?
All right, I think we should call it there.
What? Let's get some outrun going. Let's get some music here. Will you do the outro?
Yeah, I'll do the outro. So, just whenever you're ready, we do this.
Go for it.
All right, so this has been the second episode of Second Bet. So, hopefully it's the second best of the second bet. And I want to thank everybody for listening. And like, comment, and smash that motherfucking subscribe button, because I think I did it wrong. I think you're supposed to smash the like button. But turn on notifications for us.
Yeah, ring that bell.
Notification squad. All right, so this has been another episode. I want to thank you.
We're going to be here next week with another fantastic episode 3, the threequel.
The giant trainer, thrice per turn. Deep cuts.
But with that, we say goodbye.
Goodbye.
See you next time.
Are you still recording?